What's happening there, racing fans? Welcome back to the channel, brought to you in association with betting.co.uk. I'm Ginger Joe and I'm back with two for Tuesday for you. I've got one selection coming from Leicester, and then I've got another selection over the jumps at Southwell to take a look at too. But before I go on to give you my selections, don't forget to check out my column over on betting.co.uk, and I've got a full write-up of my selections for today, and I'll pop the link in the description below, alongside a free sign-up offer courtesy of BetVictor, where if you bet £5, you get £30 in free bets. A really good offer actually to take advantage of there. But we'll go straight on to the two selections for Tuesday, starting in the 3:30 at Leicester. This is a pretty decent handicap here. We've got some nice sorts in this race that have run into pretty big races, not necessarily without winning. Thapper VC comes into this race in some pretty decent form, but he has actually struggled to back those wins up in a few recent attempts as well. You've got the likes of Above here. He's running some very decent races too. But I think the one I fancy here the most is Makeen for Julie Camacho. Ryan Sexton taking off £3, which I think is only going to enhance his chances. And he is a horse that seems to come well around this sort of time of year as well. He won two really good races in April and May last year, backed that up with a decent third, and he actually ran quite consistent throughout that season before dropping off towards the end of the year when it started to get back onto the softer ground. But this time of year again, he actually ran a really good race last time out at Newmarket. That was on the faster ground again, and it's probably fair to say that he was a real unlucky loser that day. He found a lot of trouble in running. He came from quite far back, flew towards the finish, looked like he was going to be the winner, caught a bit of traffic, and that just stopped his chances late on. It probably lost him the race that day, but I think coming back here on the basis that we know he comes good this sort of time of year, he's going to have a really, really good chance. He's only £2 higher off that mark as well, so I think he's going to come into this one with all credentials live, ticking all of the boxes. I think he's going to go really well at 7-2. So that's Makeen in the 3:30 at Leicester. My second selection for the day comes in the 4:20 at Southwell. Again, we've got a pretty decent race here for this one too. Some nice sort of jumpers, some nice profiles in here too. A couple of horses that I'd like to follow a little bit here is actually Ike Sport, Cabracam for the Milton Harris team. Two really good horses. I put up Dasher Riley last time out when he won at a big price, but the horse that I do quite fancy is Presenting Pete, who does take some winning, but he's probably got the best form in the race in the book if you go back and look at his races for last year. He's definitely better on this good ground, and he went in really good form over course and distance last year in quite good fashion as well. Since then, he's run really good at the likes of Worcester, Sedgefield. He wasn't beaten far by Finish River. In fact, it was only a neck that day. And he comes back this time after a run already. So he's had one run this season, which looked like he probably needed to get fitness. And I think he's just going to perform a little bit better this time off the back of that run as well. After a break, he's only £2 above that last winning mark. He probably has to be seriously considered in this sort of event. And you may get a decent price for him. He's 100 to 30 at the moment. There is a little bit of potential that he may drift as well. As I said, there's some nice profiles in this race with a couple of ones by their names, a few nice place efforts. And although Presenting Pete hasn't won for a while, he's back in conditions which are right up his street. He's won over course and distance, and the ground is ideal for him, which is a little bit of positive, because you can't necessarily say that about some of his rivals here, despite them being in some good form too. So my second selection of the day is going to be Presenting Pete in the 4:20 at Southwell. So there's my two selections for you today. Got Makeen in the 3:30, Presenting Pete in the 4:20, both within an hour of each other, and hopefully we can have a nice positive day today. Now, we were a bit unlucky yesterday. The Nap selection, Red Balls of Fire at 10-1, was just beaten by a length and a half into second place. But obviously, we managed to get some place money there, but we were looking for the win with it being the Nap selection. My Nap selection today, however, is going to be Makeen, my first of the two selections. Hopefully, we can have a nice day, a winning start to the day. And I've got some nice selections for you lined up for tomorrow as well. Not to mention my golf selections for this week too. So there you go. Thank you for tuning in to the channel. Come back again tomorrow. Again, I've got some really nice selections for you. And I've got the article from betting.co.uk below this video as well. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you all real soon. Bye for now.